love that. That's one of the best looking Call of Duty camos I've seen in a while. It's like a leafy jungle green, and it's pretty organic. I really enjoy it. I love it a lot. You know, it's kind of weird to be amazed by just a couple little things like that. So, anyways, moving right along. This is a continuation from my Fisticuffs video that I was talking about today, and I was talking about these pro gamers. Now, for some reason, you know, I've always bitched about, you know, how they give $1 million to a small portion of the community. You know, I mean, to me, I think I think that they're so desperate. And the thing about it is that you're down 2 million units. You're down 2.2 million units from the last Infinity Ward game, and you're holding on. You're spending more money. You're spending more money with Eminem. You spent money on Eminem with commercials and just more advertising instead of making 100% profit on your product. Activision is making 50% on the product. And I think that the $1 million that they're putting towards, you know, this pro gaming, I mean, you're trading apples for oranges. You're trading a small group of people for 2 million people who buy your game. I look at it this way too as well. How many people, you know, you think about it, 7 million people buy this game. I mean, it's down 2 million units from the last Infinity Ward game. And then on top of that, how many people do you think are going to buy the DLC? I mean, not too many people. I mean, you got to figure this pie is being cut down over and over again. I thought that the $1 million for the Call of Duty Championship could have been spread out amongst a lot more social events and just given the money back to a lot of people. You know, whereas you could have 3 events over the United States and you can give money back, you know, like an East Coast, Midwest, and a West Coast finale, you know, where you can split that money up and have the event go all year long. Instead of just having one big event where, you know, the public can't come to this event and it's just like strictly invites only. I mean, it's kind of like it's fucked up. You should be able to everybody should experience this Call of Duty thing together, and if you did a social event, you would get more people to talk about your game. Whereas people are just like watching from the sidelines, watching pro players. And deep down inside, they know that the majority of the people who would like to play competitive, they just don't have the time to do it. I mean, competitive Call of Duty, you know, where people are like, oh man, my aim is the best and this guy's the best, and it's the same 4 or 5 teams. So, I mean, I don't see how Call of Duty is based on somebody having skills. I mean, most of the time it's based on who has a better internet connection. Then on top of that, what cliquish groups practice with what cliquish groups the most. That if you're in the in crowd, you're going to get to play against the people who know how to know all the corners. And it's just like a job in the real world. If you're on a special job and somebody, you know, it's like Wall Street. Nobody's going to let you in there unless you go to Harvard and you come in and you're off of that vine, or you're from that tree, and you're so-and-so's son or dad and blah, blah, and that's how you get in. Man, that's an inside game. And so is this Call of Duty esports. It's the biggest cliquish inside group you can get. And the only way that you're going to be able to break a group like this is if you have outside groups who have tons of time to practice. And that would be like an Asian, Chinese, Korean team that could like overthrow the dominance of the US team. You know, so I don't see, I mean, Call of Duty being out for 7 to 8 years, I don't see that happening. And if you keep focusing on that more and more, I see Call of Duty Ghosts taking the same direction as Halo. I mean, if you remember, Halo was a very popular game. And then, like, people used to post videos, and then pros took over. Nobody wanted to watch anything but pro videos. And then after that, it just, like, people just got turned off because, you know, there was no sharing there. It was either you're a pro or you're nothing. And so if you're not part of the community, and you push people out of that, sharing ability, then that's what the society we live in right now. It's sharing. And if you alienate from sharing, then you're gonna kill the franchise. Now, as far as me, I want to practice eights to experience what they're experiencing, and the only way, the only way that you're gonna be able to, experience that is if you go and do it. So I'm gonna, I'm a true Call of Duty fan, so I want to try it out, even though I bitch about it. And like, I know for a fact that I will never get to a certain stage in the game of pro players because it's too cliquish. You'll never get in because they don't want to let you in. It's just not going to happen unless you get on a team, you get lucky, and you're fucking highly talented. I mean, you highly have the time within the game. I want to say talented because if you're fucking 6'6" running a 40-yard dash, it doesn't make no difference. It's a fucking video game. You just need to practice. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Understand my point. Get the fuck out of here.